The International Longshoremen's Association, ILA, has initiated a major strike affecting East Coast and Gulf Coast ports in the United States. Here are the key details about the International Longshoremen's Association strike. What are the strike details? 1. The strike began at 12:01 a.m. on Tuesday, October 1, 2024. 2. Approximately 45,000 to 50,000 ILA members are participating in the strike. 3. This is the first ILA strike since 1977. 4. The strike affects 36 ports from Maine to Texas, including major ports like New York, New Jersey, Houston, and Savannah. What are the reasons for the International Longshoremen's Association to strike? 1. The main issues are wages, benefits, and job security, particularly concerns about automation. 2. The ILA claims wages have remained flat while carrier profits have skyrocketed. 3. The union is seeking a 77% wage increase over the contract period and a ban on automated cranes, gates, and trucks. What will the economic impact be on Americans? 1. The strike could cost the U.S. economy an estimated $5 billion per day. 2. It affects ports handling 43–60% of U.S. container imports. 3. The strike could lead to supply chain disruptions, potentially causing shortages and price increases if prolonged. What have the negotiations looked like, and what has been the response? 1. The United States Maritime Alliance, USMX, offered a nearly 50% wage increase over 6 years, which the ILA rejected. 2. The Biden administration has not intervened, with the president stating he doesn't believe in using the Taft-Hartley Act to force workers back. 3. Negotiations have been contentious with no formal talks since June. The Taft-Hartley Act, officially known as the Labor Management Relations Act of 1947, is a significant piece of U.S. labor legislation that amended the National Labor Relations Act of 1935, Wagner Act. Here's a brief description of its key aspects of the Taft-Hartley Act. 1. The act was passed by Congress in 1947, overriding President Harry S. Truman's veto. 2. It aimed to restrict the power and activities of labor unions, addressing concerns about union influence and alleged communist infiltration. 3. Key provisions of the act include outlawing secondary boycotts and certain types of strikes, allowing employers to seek board-conducted elections when faced with union demands, prohibiting closed shops and allowing states to pass right-to-work laws excluding supervisors from bargaining units, requiring union officers to sign non-communist affidavits, requiring unions to give 60 days notice before striking. 4. The Act defined 6 additional unfair labor practices for unions, similar to those already established for employers. 5. It gave the federal government more power to intervene in labor disputes, including the ability to seek injunctions against strikes that threaten national health or safety. The Taft-Hartley Act remains a controversial piece of legislation, with supporters viewing it as a necessary balance to union power and critics seeing it as an infringement on workers' rights. What are the exceptions in this strike by the International Longshoremen's Association strike? The strike does not affect military cargo shipments or cruise ship traffic. The situation remains fluid, with significant potential impacts on the U.S. economy and global trade if a resolution is not reached quickly.